It's January. And, it's after the holidays and, everyone's kind of like, settling down. Some people are doing the whole dry January thing, which, I don't know. I guess I can't be an advocate for dry January because I sell wine and craft spirits as well. But that being said, there's no more warm, fuzzy feeling than Chateau Cantemerle. I mean, Chateau Cantemerle for Bordeaux has to be one of the most highest quality QPRs, that's quality price ratio wines, available in the left bank. I mean, when you think of a chateau that is one of the most picturesque, by the way, I mean, it's like a Disney, chateau, with its incredible grounds and beautiful chateau. It's big, one big block, maybe 200 acres. But the thing is that they make great wines. And, old timers of Wine Exchange know we've been following the chateau for decades. What's really cool about Chateau Cantemerle is that the 2019, we have it priced at $29.98. And I remember the 2000 price around the same. So we're talking about inflation and all that stuff going on. Everything's going up in price and real estate and all that, blah, 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 blah. This chateau hasn't moved yet. The quality has surpassed what the 2000 vintage was. 2019 was an interesting vintage, and if you remember, 2019, obviously went into 2020, and after the wine was vinified and there's barrel samples, it was COVID, right? We couldn't travel, we couldn't visit the chateaus, we couldn't taste the wines out of barrel, but fortunately, we are one of the few stores that were able to get barrel samples sent to us via shipment. And I remember going through all those 2019s and, the whole staff, Kyle, myself, Steve, Patrick. And when we got to the Medoc, the Cantemerle was screaming. It was one of those wines that were just like, oh my God, this wine is so good, and for the money. Because everyone in 2019 they're a little, Bordeaux was a little afraid, like what was going to happen in the world, So everybody lowered prices. The prices, and the other thing too that happened in that vintage is that we were stuck with a tariff. And some of you guys may have known that we had this 25% tariff on wines that were under 14%. And so Bordeaux even then had a fear that, oh my gosh, if this wine is under 14%, Americans are going to buy it because they have to add 25% on top of what the price is already. And so it was, for us, it was like Christmas. I remember the wines were coming out and it was like, oh my God, this reminds me of the 2008 vintage when we had the crisis and all the prices were cheap. Here we are in 2024. And so, we just got this shipment in, and I really wanted to try the 19 Cantemerle because I wanted to remember what I tasted when we tasted the wines when they were here. And you know what? It's even better. It's even better. This is a classified fifth growth like Ponte Canet, Lynch Bage, that sell for over $100. $30, 95 points, James Suckling. The wine is just, you can drink it now. 19s are so fun and they have tons of fruit. You get this like plummy currant, silky tannins. I don't know what else to say, but anyway, 68% Cabernet Sauvignon, 23% Merlot, 40% New French Oak, 12 months. It's just one of those wines where it's January. It's just the feel-good January wine, it's not expensive. It's got great scores. It'll age. You can drink it now. It's kind of your everyday, everything wine. And 6-packs. And we can ship The whole 6-pack would. So I don't know what else to say, but fantastic wine for the money.